Welcome to ABC 31 News tonight. I'm Scott Beadle. Louisiana is in the process of easing its prison population. Details in our big story tonight. Louisiana criminal reform efforts began yesterday with the early release of nonviolent, non-sexual offender prison inmates 60 to 90 days early. Groups such as Louisianans for Prison Alternatives are supporting programs to make that transition into society successful. One program is the First 72 Plus.
The First 72 Plus is called that because the first 72 hours a person is released from being incarcerated is one of the most critical states of his acceptance here in society.
When people come home, not only do we offer a free place to stay for a period of time and free legal services and case management, but we also help people set up small businesses. We try to foster some of that entrepreneurial spirit that arguably may have led them into prison. We try to harness that and take that energy into building something that can make our communities stronger.
The reform bill passed this year by the legislature will reduce the state's highest in the nation incarceration rate. And over the next 10 years, it's estimated that reducing the incarceration rate will save $262 million. U.S. Attorney's Office staff stopped by Peabody High School to teach students about opioid abuse. The program kicked off a series of similar events that will continue throughout the school year. Students at Central Louisiana area schools viewed the FBI and DEA documentary Chasing the Dragon, The Life of an Opiate Addict. The discussion of the film was followed by presentations from members of the U.S. Attorney's Office staff, members of law enforcement, counselors, and others. Early voting for the November 18th statewide runoff for state treasurer begins tomorrow at the Registrar of Voters offices in parish courthouses. Those hours are 8:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. each day. This is a day early to accommodate office closures next Friday in observance of Veterans Day. In Rapides Parish, voters in the city of Alexandria will also be asked to consider a property tax renewal. Other elections in the parish will involve school districts in 5th Ward and Row Gully, the town of LeCount, the town of Boyce, and a fire and road district. Early voting continues through Saturday, November 11th, excepting Sunday and the holiday. With his business and entrepreneurial background, John Schroeder is on the campaign trail for Louisiana State Treasurer. The candidate shared some of his plans with us this afternoon.
My goal is to be very transparent so that the citizens of Louisiana understand the spending habits of the state. I don't look at this as a political position as much as a position where the citizens need to be more informed. And until the citizens understand a little bit more about the budget process and why we have these dedications and what you can and cannot do and the restraints that are stopping the state from making the necessary changes.
Schroeder says he wants to help the legislature work towards solutions and provide a better understanding for Louisiana citizens. We're looking ahead to a pretty warm night for this time of year. Meteorologist Kim Walker's here with a first look at our forecast.
Not only is it going to be warm tonight, we are going to see a lot of cloud cover in our sky, and it's going to be muggy out there. So we're going to start off pretty warm at 7 o'clock, close to around 70 degrees. Our noontime temperature will be around 78. Our high will be in the mid 80s, so definitely a warm day for November. We do have the chance of an isolated thunderstorm or two, especially in the afternoon, and we do have more chances of rain in your 7-day forecast and even warmer conditions. We'll talk more about that in just a little bit.
Thank you, Kim. The Chamber of Commerce held a cyber safety workshop today. Vincent Voci, a policy manager for the U.S. Chamber of Commerce's National Security and Emergency Preparedness Division, was the guest speaker.
Typical small business, if they're a victim of a ransomware attack where data is encrypted and locked up and you aren't able to access that data, that's time and money out of your pocket, either to replace IT systems, computer systems, or to pay a bad guy. So small businesses really need to take advantage of some of the free tools, tips, and resources that are out there to prevent cyber attacks from happening to them.
Small businesses are the main targets as hackers try to get their information. To see how you can avoid these hackers, you can visit uschamber.com. If you are looking to adopt a pet, the City of Alexandria Animal Shelter has a number of dogs and cats up for adoption.
There's always a big selection, all ages, sizes, that type thing. And then these pets would normally not have a chance to find a good home. Right. We give them a certificate for spaying and neutering after they're adopted. Some of them will be already, but not all of them. We have a program now with the LSU Vet School that they will spay and neuter some of our pets prior to them being adopted, but all of them may not be, so we have certificates that honor that all local veterinarians for the vet services for spaying and neutering.
You can visit the City of Alexandria Animal Shelter website to view profiles of the pets who are looking for a forever home. Chrysanthemums, commonly known simply as mums, are among the most popular flowers for the fall. On this edition of Get It Growing, LSU Ag Center horticulturist Dan Gill explains how there are different uses for different types of mums.
Walk into just about any nursery in November and you're bound to see mums. First thing, the chrysanthemum is the queen of the fall flower garden, and they're abundantly available this time of the year. Now, there are actually 3 categories of chrysanthemums that you should be aware of. These are called football mums or corsage mums. They're bred to produce large flowers, gorgeous flowers. They can be cut and worn as a corsage, but they're also gorgeous. They have been disbudded. Every flower bud has been removed except for the terminal bud, and that makes these flowers huge and really spectacular. Now, these are florist mums or pot mums. They were also bred to be grown in a container, not out in the garden. And you can see they produce wonderful clusters of flowers on upright plants with large foliage. Neither of these plants is especially good for planting in the garden. They're great for display, but after it's finished, you can toss them in the compost. They get leggy and don't look really good in the garden. It is the garden mums, and you can see here a garden mum. Notice that they're shorter, they're more compact, they have far more flowers, and they're dome-shaped. It is this type of mum, the garden mum, that you would purchase either for display now or to add to your garden. These mums will come back and bloom for you year after year with proper care. Just cut them back in January or February and they'll come out and bloom for you again each fall. Now, these mums love to be watered regularly. Don't let them dry out because it makes the flowers last a much shorter amount of time. And they're quite hardy. You don't have to bring them inside if there's going to be a frost at the night. So remember, if you're buying mums for display or as a gift, these florist mums or football mums are wonderful. But if you're buying mums to put in your garden, stick with these good garden mums. They really perform the best. For Get It Growing, I'm Dan Gill with the LSU Ag Center.
And for more information on other lawn and garden topics, contact your parish's LSU Ag Center Extension Service Office or visit the LSU Ag Center website at lsuagcenter.com and click on the Lawn and Garden button.
Get your leg warmers and neon clothes for the 80s themed 3rd annual Bark Knows How to Paw Tea on Friday, November 3rd. Come paw tea in the 80s while raising money for homeless animals in Sinlaw. Give thanks by giving back to those in need. Drop off canned food donations at the Harley-Davidson dealership Saturday, November 4th. All donations go straight to the Food Bank of Central Louisiana. Register now for the Tioga Junior High School 5K Color Run. Awards for the top 3 male and female finishers. Race begins at 9 at the Tioga High School Football Stadium. And get your tickets for the Pancake Breakfast to raise funds for the Kiwanis of Alexandria Foundation Scholarship Fund. Breakfast is served at 7:30 on November 4th at Holy Savior Menard High School. To you, it's just an old coat, but to an underprivileged child, it's a warmer winter. Please help us collect coats for kids before the cold months get here. You can drop off new or gently used coats at a location near you. All coats are cleaned and distributed right here in our community. The KLAX Coats for Kids Drive is sponsored by First Federal Bank, Southern Heritage Bank, Bank of Montgomery, Kramer Funeral Home, Take 5 Oil Change, South Park Cleaners, and LaSalle Printing and Office Supply.
KLAX is the exclusive provider of ABC and MeTV programming here in Central Louisiana. We're the only station where you can watch new ABC programs like Dancing with the Stars, Designated Survivor, and Grey's Anatomy, just to name a few.
That's what family does. We take care of each other.
I'm proud of you.
The warmth of your love.
And if classic TV programs like Bonanza, Andy Griffin, Batman, or Carol Burnett is more your style, then MeTV's the station for you. As an advertiser, you'll want your products and services presented to these loyal viewers. Our sales team is equipped to prove we can generate new customers and new revenue for your business.
I'll tell you what, it pays to advertise.
And we have a number of low-risk advertising programs designed to prove we work. Call our media consultant team today for a no-risk assessment on how we can help you grow your business. We're ready to prove we work.